welcome back to the channel. Really do appreciate you being here. If you are new here, hey, how you doing? My name's Chris and I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle, and welcome to my warehouse. We've been building this business for the last, well, it's almost 6 years, but for the last 5 years. It will be 6 years in January 2026. And we started in the thrift shops, we started at home, we built our way up to a bunch of different storage units, and then we moved into this warehouse in February of 2025. It's been a crazy journey to get here. Definitely has not been easy. Still plenty of bumps in the road every single day. And I've been documenting this journey for two reasons. Number one is I want to document it for myself. I want to see what I can do, what I can achieve, but I want to share that journey and I want to help other people see what it's like to build a business. I take you through all the decisions I'm making, all the highs, all the lows, all the rewards, all the excitement, all the thrills of it, all the problems of it, but it's always been a positive outcome regardless. I wouldn't change it for the world. And point number two, the reason why I do these videos is I want to inspire, I want to motivate, and I want to encourage you to go out there and go after it, whatever it is that you want to do. I'm not here to tell you how to resell. I'm not here to how to tell you how to do eBay. I'm not a guru. I don't sell a course or anything like that. Though there are plenty of people that do sell courses. There's plenty of people that do have that offering, and hey, if that's what you need, that's what you can get. I will try and give you as much possible help and advice and input, suggestion as I can at my best of ability. I can't really do anything else other than what I don't, I can't really do anything other than what I already know. So come along for the journey. You can ask a question, you can jump down into the comments. Feel free to, also, there's timestamps down below. You can jump around there, see if there's something relevant for you. We sell clothing as our predominant area of business. We also have an e-waste arm of that, which is about 15% of our business. Clothing is about 70%, 60%, probably more than that now. And we also do a bit of everything else in between, like shoes, we do accessories, we do collectibles, Lego, Pokemon stuff, all this as well. So yeah, come along for the journey. It is Monday morning, 7 a.m, nice and early. I moved into my new house over the weekend. It's been pretty busy. I'm pretty tired, to be honest. So I'm just getting in. I've got things that I have to get done this morning here at the warehouse. I'm only going to be here for half the day. I'm still doing some stuff at home that I need to get finalized, get finished, and I'm going to be going there after lunch to get that done. We're still putting up all our blinds and stuff like that. Just getting it ready so Carla can work from home and we have a bit more privacy and things like that. So we've still got deliveries coming all this week. So still lots of things to be done. So juggling this journey is definitely, yeah, it's all part of it. Anyway, so the team's going to be in today. I'm just going to get everything up on charge, get things ready, set to go. And I'll check in and take you through how the weekend's been, how Black Friday went, and all that jazz. Give me a second. All right, so last week we did do a consolidation. So we've now got all of this nice and backed up and chockers. So this one comes all the way down to 20,000 now. And then we finished this off, I think it was Friday, might have been Thursday. And we've gained back all of this. So this should last us till early next year. And this gets us up to around the 21,800. So pretty cool when you think about it. In terms of the weekend with sales and Black Friday and things, it ended up being not too bad. The whole week we ended up doing over $10,000, which I'm super grateful for, because it's been a minute. I tell you, it's been a minute. But if you are new here and not sure really what I'm talking about, so over the last couple of months we've had some pretty wild months in terms of inconsistencies with eBay. Now I also do a little bit of wholesale. I do a little bit of whatnot as well. There's a whole bunch of different things that I do. So like, we don't just predominantly sell on eBay, but I mean, that is our core business. So, when things are down, it becomes a bit of a challenge, guys. It really does comes a challenge when you're not getting the cash flow. But with Black Friday sales, I think we've been able to pick ourselves back up into a position which is, well, actually, it's December. I've just realized it's December, folks. We start from zero again. And, it's been a crazy challenge over the last few months. I'm going to take you through all that. But for the weekend, we did a total of 38 orders at $2,107. what's that? That must be about $57 an order, maybe. 2107 divided by 38. $55 an order. And we've got a total of actual items going out. It's about 48. So not huge amount of quantity. But like I said, the week itself, which was Black Friday week essentially, we ended up doing, we did 10,391. So above target. Target is 9,615. Not a record, but definitely great. And we've landed for November. I'm still waiting for my fees to be finalized from eBay. I'll get that in the next couple of business days. But we've done a total of 39,443. Which ain't too bad. Profit-wise, we landed on $2,891. So this month, like just to give you some idea of how bad this month was, but it actually turned out actually pretty good. So our average volume of sale for this FY, so from July to October, is we're usually selling 39 items a day. But the ASP is closer to, oh geez, the ASP would have been closer to that 35 mark. This month, we only did 21 a day. So we basically did half the amount, but we did $60 in ASP. So we almost did double the, sale price. So it worked out pretty good. I'm happy with it. But, we only sold 655 items. I would like to have a bit more volume for that cash flow. We're going to see some big changes come to the business in the next 1 to 3 months. And when I say big changes is, I mentioned it last week, some of the e-waste stuff is changing. Not really, it's out of my control really. It's how my supplier, the people that I work with, they're changing a few things their side, which means it changes on my side. In the long run, it only gets better for me. In the short term, while I figure a few things out and change some processes and we go through a better sorting process, that's just the agreement with them, it means things will change. Things will change. So it's just going to take a little bit of time. And obviously I'm going to be away. So, things like that, that's business, right? And I'll work on new ways of being able to manage that in terms of, complement it. But yeah, we'll see. So look, the month wasn't too bad. All things considered. We start from zero. Now it's all about just list, and sell. That's all I can do. But yeah, not too bad. In terms of 90-day totals and things like that, if you're interested, we're sitting at 105,543, 38 orders to go out. There's a return I got to fix. We'll see. So that's that. I'm going to spend some time now and do some listings, get that all done, and the team will be in probably around, I think Dion's going to be here about 8:30. Yeah, I've got to do some admins. It's consignment week as well, so I've got to start to calculate and do all that reporting. But like I said, I'm only here till 12 o'clock, so I'm going to prioritize the most important things, and we'll get back to some of the other stuff for the rest of the week. So once Dion's in, I'll take you through what we've been selling, and we'll get into it. Let's do some work. Alright team, it is 9:18. We've got Dion in the house, and he has pulled out all the goodies that are going out. So we've got lots of clothes, and actually we discovered that we've actually sold quite a lot of t-shirts, a lot of button shirts as well. There's been a few multi-quantity, there's been a couple of international, lots of jeans as well. Whether these are gifts or people just making the most of Black Friday, not sure. Did sell a knife, a motherboard, some shoes. What was this one? Books. We sold books. Another one of those modems, and a couple of jackets going out as well. So very happy with that. I think it was only about 36 orders, which seems a bit low, but the ASP was around $55. So pretty happy with that. We have also gotten a bit more space over here. So sometime before I go today, I'm going to continue to put more stock out here just so we can continue to get through it. And at some stage before I go away in the next 2 weeks, I want to get into some more of the other ASP stuff, higher ASP stuff as well, just so we've got some rotating between the different types of consignments and deals that we're selling at the moment. So yeah. All right, team. It is now almost 11:30. I've actually just been doing all my listings. I actually had a phone call with one of our partners from the ewaste stuff as well, just working through the contracts of the new stuff that's going to be kicking off. And yeah, so I haven't really been doing anything else otherwise. I am now going to spend the next 45 minutes just going through some of these boxes. All the postage has been done, as you can see, all this, and then there is another half bag as well. So happy days with that. Yep, actually it's not half a bag, it's a little bit in the bag. But I'm going to get into one of these and fill up these racks. Alright team, we've got a whole bunch of jackets that have come out here. We've got some nice puffers and a whole bunch of, yeah, a lot of wool stuff as well. Some overshirts, corduroy stuff, some leather stuff. There was also a few more pants in here as well, so very happy with that. The good thing about all this is it's like, again, I keep saying it's been washed, it's been some of it was previously listed, like some of it's come in bags, whereas some of it's loose as well, but it is saving us a lot of time to just getting it up and ready for sale. I'm heading out of here now. It's 11:49, so I'm going to get going. I'm going to drop the post off on the way back to home. Got to pick up some things for Carla, and then yeah, we're going to be working on the blinds for the rest of the day. So half day for me, but the team's going to stay here. They're going to keep doing what they're doing, and they'll lock up and wrap up. And again, that's the beauty of having a business that isn't reliant on you. But we're back here again tomorrow for the rest of the week. Hopefully I can just really knuckle down and get into it. I'll probably do some more listings at home, just really trying to get as much up as possible. I may have to do another call on the iteration of this contract that we're signing as well. So lots happening. It's never a dull day. I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, and any questions, chuck them down below. Ciao. And just like that, it was Tuesday. Gee whiz, what a day yesterday. So I left here early yesterday to go do this curtain blind situation at home, and that just blew up. It's taken us hours to get that happening, just because Carl and I figured, you know, do it yourself. For those ones, we're going to be pretty simple from IKEA, and look, in theory they are, but that was not the reality of it. So I had my dad there helping me, and yeah, it took way longer, and we're still not done, but I'm not doing them all today. We got the important ones up and at 'em, so we can, you know, now live comfortably knowing that no one can see into our house. So that's all managed now. All right, so Tuesday, new day, new opportunity, 2nd of December. I've got to do all my consignment stuff today, send out reports and, you know, all that kind of stuff, get them all happy. I've spoken to my suppliers of one of my boxes. There was 15 boxes yet to come. They have now been sent. They should be arriving here tomorrow. Yesterday at home, I had to take a couple more calls, and I have a meeting for this ewaste stuff coming up on Wednesday. Whether it's here, there, in between, I'm not sure. That will get confirmed today. So today, really my plan is I'm going to try and get through some of this clothing in here. I'm hoping ewaste comes today. I don't think it will, but I'm hoping it does. And just continue to list, just continue to process. I'll clean up a little bit of stuff in here. Got to do a little bit of shuffling down here too, because I know I've got stuff coming tomorrow, so I want to be on top of that. Might just do a bit of a clean up, get things out of the way. These bins, the tape and CD are done, so we've got to get them ready to go out as well. Other than that, just continue to what I was doing here, just to make sure all this stuff is done. There's heaps of things to be done, guys. Like, there's just so many things. I just don't get enough time to get everything done. But, you know, priority for me is, you know, admin, get that stuff done. Dion will be in at 8 o'clock. It's 7:05, so I'm going to go start doing some admin. I've got to finish my listings. Got some donuts for the team as well. But it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. I can't believe we're in December, and, you know, like, I've just walked in here just before I was filming, and I just had a moment to think, geez, a year ago, I was having doubts around the ability to be able to make this happen. Couldn't find a warehouse. We had cost pressures. But the cost pressures are relevant to the time you're experienced because you're only doing you're only doing what you are capable of doing at that point in time. So therefore the cost that you have seems too much. But when I think about it, we have continuously been able to scale and grow, though the profit has not increased in the terms of a huge dollar value. We've been able to add more cost, add more people, add more staff, and keep things moving. Which, look, long term, that's not a good thing. Long term, it's a good thing that we're able to do it, but obviously we want to be increasing profits as well. So there's still a few little things up my sleeve that I want to do and trying to achieve. To keep doing that, I will keep working to make this dream a reality as long as it takes. So yeah, I was just having a bit of a goosebump moment where I just had to pinch myself and think, geez, all this is real, all this is happening. And I've done this with the help of my team as well. And all this is possible, folks. And I don't mean in the literal form of like you can go get a warehouse. I mean that you got a dream, go get it. Go get it, mate. Like seriously, what's stopping you? Go get it. I've got my computer mate, and I'm saying this out, and I'm calling you out, buddy. I know he wants to go, he wants to start his own business. He wants to have his own shop and all that. Like that stuff gets me excited, gets me tingly, because I love hearing people go at it. Because I know what it's like. It's scary as heck. It's stressful, but even yesterday we didn't hit our targets. But here I am happy because I know we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're just going to make it happen. So mate, go after it. Anyway, I'm going to get into it, team. Get settled in. I've got so much stuff to do. All right, folks, we have all of our stuff going out. I thought it was only 6. Apparently it was 17. And we just had someone come through and purchase 5 or 6 pairs of shorts, which is good. Maybe they're getting ready for summer, even though that it's only been like 13 degrees here. We've got a couple of e-waste items. These things sold almost the same day. This one I listed yesterday. It's gone for like, I think it was like $90. That one's gone for about 50 or 60. These are all the shorts going out to the individual, and then here we've got shirts. We've been selling quite a few button shirts, a few dresses, and things like that. There's a couple of shorts as well, so definitely worth it. And nice little Fred Perry flannel lined vest, very, very nice. So yeah, not too bad. I wouldn't say things are going crazy at the moment, which is expected with the aftermath of all the Black Friday sales. Most people kind of like die off a little bit, but then that last kind of sprint before Christmas of people realizing and panicking that they need stuff. So hopefully the next 2 weeks will be great. We will shut down for a bit as well. So it's just really trying to get as much up as possible. And then while we're away, I'll run a sale anyway. So let's do it. All right, team. I've just been doing some consignment work, and because it was the first month for one of our new consignees, so just taking through the report, the status updates, and just all the stuff that they need to know, making sure that they understand what they're receiving each month and all that, which is taking a little bit of time because I want to make sure it's done right. But now that that's done, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to go start sorting and cleaning things out there. We've got some drop-offs coming today, and really just start prepping for that because I'm going to have a lot of clothing to sort this week and really just want to get on top of it, knowing that we also got 15 boxes arriving tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to really spend a lot of my time on. I'll take you out there in a moment. But yeah, good start to the day. And we're actually, all things considered, I thought it was going to be pretty slow today. We are sitting on $317 already, and it's only 10 a.m. We've had 9 sales. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. We're actually off to a pretty good start. If we can retain this for the rest of the month, I'll be surprised to see where we can get. If I can get to another 40,000 this month, I'm going to be very, very impressed. But I think it's likely to be between 30 and 35. But we'll see. Right, team, so I'm just doing a bit of a cleanup all around here, sorting a few things, making up some bundle deals, some wholesale lots, prepping for some of my customers that buy our stuff from us. And I've got some more clothing arriving, so we'll be counting the rest of the clothes that's in the front room later this week. Just doing a bit of a shuffle. I need to do a whole bunch of wire. I'm not doing that today, I'm just planning ahead. Just shuffling a few things in here as well. yeah, just getting on top of things. Alright team, making some good progress in here. Doesn't look like it, but definitely have pulled out a whole bunch of different bundles of radios, some bundle of some vintage phones, some bundles of some other hi-fi units, and also been going through this stuff in here as well. Just really, as I said, trying to get as much listed and photoed of stuff that's been sitting around, and also making up for my wholesale lots, just so I can get this cleared out before the end of the year. Just spoke to someone from ewaste. Potentially they're coming today, so that's good. Hopefully get some more goodies, and even though that I've just cleaned up, that's the way it always usually works. And there's a few other possible deals in the work, but it never ends. Alright team, it's all happening. Just had another big drop off. We're going to start sorting this straight away. I think I've got the e-waste coming this afternoon. It might not, but if it does, that would be great. I've got my media guy coming, I believe, at 3:30, so just getting that ready for him, and then Dee and I are going to start shuffling and sorting through all this. The joys. Alright team, we're, well, Dion's just left, but we're almost through all this clothing. All we've done at the moment is just sort it, and then we'll end up counting it and, you know, keeping what we want, etc, etc. So we'll see how we go, but yeah, almost there. All right, media guy has come and gone, and he took all the stuff, which was a flat $200. We did a good deal. I really appreciate just doing good business with good people. It makes my life so much easier. Right now it's just 4:15. I'm just waiting, 4:20. I'm just waiting for my e-waste guy to arrive, and then we'll do the switcheroo, and then I've got to get out of here. So I haven't finished counting all this yet or anything. I've just finished processing it all. I've now just got to put it into the bags of the stuff we don't want, and then I've got to go through and actually double check this pile and double check this pile. This is the one that Dion did, this is the pile that I did, and make sure everything's all good. And yeah, then it's happy days done. So I will probably not get to this today, because once the e-waste arrives, we'll have to do a switcheroo. So yeah, I'll aim to get this done by tomorrow. And then I've got to take the post tonight as well. So I'm just going to start to pack up, just so when the e-waste comes, I can pretty much get out of here. I've just been on the phone with Carla. We're actually getting our TV installed today. So we've just been arranging measurements and stuff, and I've been on the phone for that. So it's everything always happening at the same time. Wouldn't change it for the world, but it's never a dull day. Anyway, so I'm going to get all this packed up, and then we will get out of here once the e-waste arrives. So I'll probably, actually no, I'll show you the e-waste once it's here. All right, 5 o'clock, all done, and we got another bin of media that will have to be sorted. Oh, there's a video game. It's always a good thing, isn't it? It's even in there as well. That's great. It's a good start. And what else have we got? We got a whole bunch of things here as well. Oh, we got a server. We got, looks like there's an Xbox down there. All right, well, I'll try and get into this tomorrow, but we'll see. I'm meant to be going out and doing some supplier runs tomorrow, but anyway, that's it, folks. I will see you tomorrow morning. Ciao. And just like that, it was Wednesday. It's 8 o'clock, just before 8 o'clock. Look at this mess. Just got to get this resolved. A bit of a later start today for me, but that's all good. Dion's about to arrive. I'm going to get straight into this, get this all cleaned up. You'll see this all cleaned up very soon. And then I'm going to get straight into that e-waste. That's the plans. That's my priority. I was meant to be having a meeting with one of our customers today, but that's getting pushed to Friday, so that's okay. May have another pickup to deal with. We're getting a delivery. It's all happening. So focus is get all that done, and happy days. It was actually pretty. It's not too bad. We actually did another $1,000 yesterday. In terms of volume. Volume's starting to pick back up. We're on 105,772, and we've got 11 orders to go out. I haven't done my listings yet, so I'm going to get cracking on that as well. So lots of things to be done today. Just go, do the work, put in the reps. For those that are new here, and I understand that about 52% of you are first-time watchers. So if you're here for the first time, drop down in the comments below and say, hey, let me know how you got here, why you're here, what you're looking for, how can I help you. I'm going to be going on leave soon. I'll be taking some time off. The team's still going to be working, but I'll be going away to the Philippines for our second wedding ceremony. And, you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of planning, a lot of thinking. And if there's stuff that I can bring to the table into this whole world of YouTube to help others, I will do it. I'm not going to compromise on, you know, my mission though. Like, I'm not here to going to start doing how-to tutorials and things like that. But if I can, you know, spice things up, help people where I can, I will try and do that genuinely as best as possible. So let me know down in the comments what you want, and I can start to brainstorm for next year. Anyway, let's get to work, team. All right, I'm deep into doing this clothing, but Daniel's just pulled out everything we sold. So got this nice newer tags North Face going out. I think they're for 90 bucks. Then we've got a few multi-quantity orders, but other than that, it hasn't been anything crazy. So there's quite a few non-payers still to come through, but look, I think December's not going to be crazy, but I think it should be pretty consistent. All right, team, we have cleared out all the bags. This is all the stuff that's left. Some of this will be consignment, some of it will be straight to sell. And just been chatting with Dion, and I think we're going to do one last whatnot to rule them all. We'll do one more whatnot stream this Friday. I'm going to set that up today. Spontaneous, last minute, but hey, if we can clear that stuff, get some cash flow before I go away, I think that would be really important. So that's what I'm going to do. Obviously, by the time you see this video, it's already happened, so you've missed out. So I do apologize, but you should always make sure you follow me on Instagram to see these deals and spontaneous and last minute things as well. So if we can get it all up there, sell it all there, even if we sell half of it and get some dollary dues back, well, then it'll be worth it. All right, now that the clothes are done, we are going to start on the e-waste. Get this done. It's not much, probably 200 kilos, maybe, probably not even 150 maybe. And then we've got 15 boxes arriving later today, so I've got that ready to go as well. So I'm excited, let's do it. It's 9 o'clock now. Should hopefully have this done by 10, hopefully. And there we go, 10 o'clock. All of this has come out and it's all packed back up. Ready to go. I'm going to sort this again. There wasn't too much stuff. We've got more of the multi-quantity stuff. There's a couple of video game controllers. There wasn't any consoles. There's quite a few computers, laptops, which is good, some chargers, and a few other bits and bobs in here, a couple of phones, not many phones actually. But for the amount that came in, which was probably about, geez, we're looking at probably 11, 25, 60, 73, 102, 150, it's about 180 kilos that came in. So I reckon there's probably about 500, 700 bucks maybe. Yeah, maybe a little bit more than that. I don't know about the laptops. My guy will be able to tell me that later. These ones, we did just sell one of these for 150. If they're still sealed inside, they will be fine. But if they've been opened, they've probably been activated and used. So we will see. Oh, all right, team. So I'm just waiting for a call, and then I'm going to be heading out for a pickup. I've got my laptop guy coming here at about 1ish, and he will come and look at those laptops that we just pulled out. In the interim, I'm just going to get back to doing some listings and admin, and then once I get confirmation about Friday, I'll be setting up the whatnot as well. So that's going to be probably the rest of the plan for the rest of the day, is just get that all organized and set up. Just looking for my charger. Get that all set up, and then we can hopefully move a whole bunch of stock before we leave. I've also got a whole bunch of Ralph Lauren shirts coming today. We always, whenever I get the message that there's some available, I always stock up. And people ask me, why do I get more stock when we have so much stock? Well, the reason why is because we need certain stuff at certain times. And I said this about like our Levi's. I'm probably actually going to get some Levi's as well. We sell about 2 to 3 Levi's a week. And you know, we usually buy 60 to 120 at a time. So we always need to be stocking up, right? That's just the reality of it. And if I don't have it in stock, I can't serve our customers. So having that variety and that option always goes wonders. Anyway, I'm going to do some work. right, team, just got a message from the Rayek house that I can come bring around the stuff. So I just loaded up the van with Dion and we just smashed it out. So I'm gonna go drop that off. Then I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm donating to savers, just the excess market stuff, just can't be bothered dealing with it. And then after that, I think I'm gonna be able to pick up some Ralph Lauren, and then come back, have lunch, and then I've got my laptop guy coming, so busy day. All right, team, we are on the way back to work, back to the warehouse, I mean, and got some goods. I actually got a little bit delayed, just because someone else, where I had to go to pick up, so there was someone else there and they asked if I could just wait a bit. So I did actually step into Savers for like 5 minutes and picked up a little goodie. I got a couple of little shirts here, but nothing crazy. I didn't have time to film. They just said, hey, look, I need you to be... They just asked me to wait 5 minutes basically, so I just jumped in. All right, so a whole bunch of things going on in my mind. You know, we're at the end of the year now. By the time this video goes out, you know, I'm almost about to go away. And as I said, the team's going to keep working. And my number one priority right now, and I've been talking about this over the last week or so, is just really trying to strategize in what we're going to be doing for the new year. Now, eBay Live just went live, and I'm going to be trying to get myself to be able to do eBay Live when that becomes available for fashion. That's definitely something that I want to work on. And of course, we're already doing Whatnot, and that will continue to be a key component of our business model as well. There's a couple of other business opportunities I want to bring into our, I guess, in terms of mediums for selling. Obviously, we do a little bit of wholesale, but that's not really clothing wise. You know, we do that for the e-waste and, you know, different stuff like that. I don't really want to move into clothing wholesale just because, you know, my sources of stock isn't consistent enough to be able to do that. What I do want to be able to do is be the, you know, the number one place that people can come to and get all the stock that they want in terms of for their outfitting, for their own personal preference. If people do want to buy for markets or whatever, I just want to be able to provide that and be able to do it, because if all the Australian resellers, big resellers, just start doing wholesale and we're just selling to the little guys, then I don't think it's going to work, because people won't be able to scale because there isn't enough people buying the good stuff. Anyway, there's a bit more conversation to that, but so I'm working on a couple of things. There was a question, and forgive me, I don't have it in front of me, I'm driving. Oh, who was it? I put it up on screen, I do apologize. I was meant to answer this the other day. They asked about if I was thinking about doing my own e-commerce, you know, like Shopify site or anything like that to get off eBay. We have been working on something, and this question has come up a few times. We have been working on something, and you know, I've always said, oh, when we get the warehouse or when we do this, we'll bring that into play. I think 2026, that should be ready to go. It's going to be different to our core branding, I think. I haven't fully made that decision yet, but I want to be able to have another space to be selling stuff, and that's going to look a little different, but it's going to be necessary, because I want to be able to have I want to have many opportunities running that's going to give me the opportunity to sell and to give people their best value or best bang for buck, you know. And that's what I like to talk about, value, right? So there is another thing that I want to do as well, and I guess this all takes time. And at the moment, my time is still being soaked up in logistical things and operational things, not in the day-to-day activities, like, you know, I don't know if it's be at the warehouse right now, as you know, the team's listing, photoing and all that, but coordination, there's still a lot of me doing that, and that's okay at this point, but long run wise, that's not, I can't keep doing that. But I do want to be able to bring in some new mediums to the business that continue to bring in more revenue, more cash flow, and some of that might seem a bit wholesale-y. I think it might be more like bundles of things, meeting the needs of what other business customers want. You know, I'm not going to start doing, you know, 45 kilogram bales and things like that, but I think there's there's a small gap in between of, you know, people want certain stock, people are looking for certain brands, people are looking for bundles of things, whether it's because they're collectors or maybe they are market sellers and things like that. So there is something there that I think is an opportunity, and I'm still trying to figure that out in detail, but yeah, I want to test that out as well. So there's a lot of different things, and the reason why this is all coming out to play, because I was just chatting to someone and we were talking about, you know, the state of eBay, the state of, you know, selling online, and not even reselling, just like e-commerce in general and retail. There's definitely a squeeze and a pinch happening in terms of people's ability to buy, slowing down, and whether it is because the state of, you know, consumerism is changing in the way people want to buy and how they experience it. Obviously, live selling has a huge component of that. But I think there's still a huge chunk of people that are not buying on eBay. And I want to still solve a problem in our business, which is getting the people that love to buy my stock to buy it on eBay. It's weird because the stuff that I can sell on Whatnot, more than what I sell on eBay, right? It's cheaper on eBay. So why aren't those people just going to eBay and buying that stock? And this is probably part of the problem, which we've been finding the last 3 months, is, you know, traffic and the algorithm. And I'm not here to talk about blaming it on the algorithm, but people aren't, maybe people don't know what it is that they're looking for, or they don't know how to look for what it is that they want. Because maybe there's still a lot of up and coming people buying stuff, and it's probably parents buying for their kids as well, because they don't know what it's called, they don't know the keywords. You know, obviously brand stuff sells really well because people know that, okay, it's Ralph Lauren or whatever, they can buy it because they know what it stands for. But there's a lot of people not wanting to necessarily buy that. People want to buy simplicity things, simple things. They want to buy, you know, certain types of colors, they want to buy certain types of cores, and all those different things. And I think people love the experience of being able to go to a market or go to a retail shop and buy the experience, right? And live obviously taps into that. But I still think there is a gap. I still think there's a gap, and I'm trying to figure out how to solve for that gap, because if you can solve for that gap, I think you get more people buying. You know, at the moment, it's my focus is value proposition, selling stuff at good price, good quality, good speed, and good offering, so that people just, it's just simple. If they know how to do it, it's simple. But I'm still finding that the new customers on eBay, our new customers, not new customers essentially on eBay, but just people that are, you know, haven't really bought a lot, or maybe they've just purchased non-clothing items off eBay before. That process for them to be able to understand how to get the best deal is not easy. I'm finding that there's a lot of customers reaching out. It's like, oh, how do I do this? Or, you know, how do I do, you know, or what about returns? Or there's just little things which they're not able to find, and those little things, if they don't have the confidence behind it, I think that's what's deterring them from purchasing. So I don't know, I'm just kind of like speaking my mind at the moment, and I think it's a really great conversation to be having with yourself, with your peers, you know, other sellers, and yeah, look, it doesn't happen enough, and I do apologize that maybe I don't talk about this stuff as much. And, you know, I would love to be able to say jump into a group chat and, you know, really bounce ideas, but it just doesn't, it doesn't work the way that it's intended, and usually just becomes a venting space or whatever. But anyway, I'm just blabbering at this point. I'm heading back to the warehouse. I'm gonna have some lunch, and then we'll get back into the day. I've got my laptop guy rocking up in about an hour, so probably a little bit more than that. And hopefully, there was only like 7 laptops. I don't think he's gonna buy them all, maybe 1 or 2. Get a few extra dollars though. So anyway, let's get back to it. All right, team, we're starting to get this ready for the Whatnot show, which will be going up here. We've got all of our Ralph Lauren's here, which we're going to send out for washing tomorrow, and we also received our 15 boxes, which actually didn't take up that much space at all. So yeah, this is all ready to be photoed. So nice big backlog. All right, team. We've got all the washing bags done. It's actually now 4:30. It's been a while. It's been lots of things happening. So sorry, not all the washing bags are done. We've got all the Ralph Lauren in the washing bags. I've got to make a couple more washing bags up. All of this is now ready for the Whatnot stream. I'll have to do a video of this tomorrow and show everyone what we've got going so I can do some marketing on that. That's pretty cool. And I had my laptop guy here. He did purchase a bunch, spent 90 bucks, which is great. We've been working on a couple of new opportunities together as well. We've been doing a bit of brainstorming, which I'm pretty excited about actually. So looks like we've got some new little bits and bobs that we're spinning up. And as he said, I've got my finger in a lot of pies at the moment, but you know what? As I said in my other, I think it's the Get White episode that comes out later this week, which means it's already come out. You know, I talk about how sometimes when change happens, things out of our control, it forces us to do new things and different things. Well, we're doing it, right? And it gives us new opportunity, makes us think a different way, and unlocks new things that maybe we didn't realize that we could be doing. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just going to continue to make up a couple more washing bags, and then I'm going to get out of here at 5. And yeah, it's been a pretty quiet day with sales. I was sitting on about, I think we're sitting on 300, 400 for the day. Not really where I want to be, but you know what? It is what it is. So I'm going to call it there, folks. I'm just going to get some stuff out quickly, make up these bags, but I'm going to call it there, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. I think I've got Carla here tomorrow as well. So happy days. Folks, welcome to Thursday. We're back at it, straight into it. It's 7:46. Just got in. Carla is in today. I've got to quickly just finalize these washing bags and get them up to the front. And Dion will be in shortly. Yesterday we didn't really quite do as much as I wanted. We did about 800, so a little shy of where we want to be, but that's all right. We charge on. Today is a pretty exciting day because today, and I'll show it when it happens, we should hit $1 million in revenue since starting this business 5 years ago. So I'll talk you through all that detail when it happens, and it's very exciting. I thought it was going to be yesterday, but we didn't have the day that I was expecting, so it's probably going to happen today. But nice little milestone. A couple of things happening today, a few errands to be ran, but otherwise it's just business as usual. I'm going to continue to prep for the Whatnot, sort through stuff here, and yeah, just get ready for before we go away. Really, that's the main focus at this point. And I got to, yeah, like I said, get ready for the Whatnot. Here's the boss.
Morning.
And yeah, so get set up, get settled in, and then I'll take you through how we're doing. All right, team. Just noticed my Wi-Fi's down. Where and how have we been going? Well, the good news is we're still charging on. We are sitting on 105,794, and we've got 11 orders to go out. I don't know if there's any multi-quantity in that one. Nope, just all bits and bobs. So yeah, not too bad. We did sell some trousers for $110. That's pretty cool. So yeah, not too bad. I'm going to get settled in. Theon's about to arrive. I've got to answer some questions today as well. All right, folks, we've got a few things going out. Dion's already halfway through this, but we had a few pieces of clothing. We did have a pair of Playboy slack pants go out for $110. We also had a Justin Bieber shirt go over to Canada. Yeah, just always random stuff. Little G.I. Joe board game going out. We've got a Red Dead Redemption poster going out, which has got a bit of damage, and an Xbox as well, and then Super Dry. And it was just funny because I'm pretty sure, Dion, we were chatting about how Super Dry, it's not really, you know, crazy, and we sold a t-shirt yesterday and we sold the the jacket today. So but I mean, usually Super Dry, if you can get the jackets, the bigger stuff, it usually does a lot better than, you know, just like your basic stuff. But hey, I mean, it is a low end, and it seems to, I seem to find that it's very popular with an Asian demographic. That's, you know, the brand, and I'm pretty sure it originally originated in, I think it might have been Tokyo. Yeah, so that's probably why. Anyway, just a little fun fact. Alright folks, we found ourselves in a nice little honey hole right here. Dion's in his, I think Dion would sleep in this stuff if he could. He loves it. Oh geez, it is good fun. So just stocking up on some jeans before I go away, just because we've got so much random stuff. I got to keep the consistency of our usual bread and butter through the store. So we just got this yesterday. I wanted to get a bit more, but just managing cash flow at the same time. So it's always a bit of fun going through this. All right, team, it is 2:04. We've made up some more washing bags with jackets and also some Levi's. This will be the ones that go out on Monday and then come back Thursday before we go away. We've had this fan going all day just to keep it nice and cool over here because it is blistering hot here. So I do apologize if I sound like I'm yelling at you. I've just been doing a little bit more whatnot prep, going through and making sure I've got the right mixture of sizing of stuff. We've just been pulling out a few more dresses and things from in here. I'm just doing a quick little bunch of hats. We've got to leave here a bit early today. I've got to click and collect for some personal stuff, and then we've got another appointment afterwards. I'm gonna go get some ice cream as well, just to cool down. And then tomorrow, we'll just be back to business as usual and getting into it. It's never a dull day, folks. Never a dull day. Anyway, let's get back to it. All right, team, it has happened. It has finally happened. We actually did it early this morning, but I hadn't checked it, and I've just been updating our revenue sheet, and yeah, we've hit $1 million. 1,329,000 actually. You can see it right here since the 11th of Jan 2021, which is when we started, and it's taken 1,788 days to do it, which means over the last 5 years we've been averaging $559 per day. But what's crazy is, I don't know if I've got it in this sheet, but if I look back over the years in terms of actually achieving this, in terms of how quickly we've been able to scale, like, I'll give you some perspective, and I'll put up a sheet, but this will give you some perspective. So in the first 90 days, we did $7,000. The second 90 days, we did $10,000. The third, we did $15,000. The fourth, we did $18,000. The fifth, we did $19,000. The sixth, we actually dipped and went down to $15,000. Then we went to $21,000 in 7. Our 8th quarter, we did $23,000. Our 9th quarter, we did $33,000. The 10th quarter, we did $41,000. 11, we went to 42, then we went to 38, then we went to 49, then we skyrocketed to 75,000. We went from 49,000 to 75,000 in cycle 14, and then it got to 76, then it got to 86, then it went to 98, 112, 124, and we're on track to probably do close to about 121 in this 90-day cycle, which is cycle 20. So to go from $0 to $1 million, it's taken us not that long, all things considered, less than 5 years. Started from 0. I hadn't, been doing this at any level of scale beforehand. I'd been doing it as kind of like a little side thing that I was doing with Cameron while we were looking for just stuff for our own collections. But that's how I kind of learned how to flip, if you will. And yeah, here we are 5 years later, almost 5 years later, and that's what we've been able to achieve. So the message here is like, yeah, sure, that's revenue, profit. We're probably sitting at about $160,000, $170,000 from that. But the story here is like, if you want to create a business, create a dream, create anything, you start from 0. We all start from 0. You can achieve it. I mean, obviously I've worked very hard for this, and I've worked very hard with the team to achieve this. And it would not be possible without them, and all the lessons learned along the way. And that's why I've been documenting this journey. It's been a crazy journey to get here. I say it every time. But here we are, we're still doing it, we're making it happen, and I'm excited for what the next 5 years does. Right, this year we will, for 2025, we'll probably land close to 420,000, right? Which means next year we will probably do $500,000. And it took us 5 years to do 1 million, and now it's going to take us 1 year to do half that. So I'm excited to see where we'll get in 5 years' time from here. So just a little a playback, little shareback. We're going to answer some questions now. All right, so there was a question that came through from Jonathan. He's new here. Appreciate you being here, mate, and thanks for leaving a comment and asking a question. He said, he resells part-time and looking to go full-time, and he asked about my monthly profit, which is averaging, closer to 4K, but last month I think it was $2,785.
And he asked, is that my wages or is that afterwards? Well, right now that is my wages, because I'm self-employed. I'm not, I'm a sole trader. I'm not a company at this point. And what that means for me is that is the money that I can take home for myself if I want to. Now, his question then goes, how do you save for bulk buys without dipping into personal reserves? Now, to be frank, and I've shared this numerous times on the channel, that I follow the profit first system, which is more of a cash flow process in terms of as you get money that comes into your bank account from eBay, you allocate it from a percentage perspective into the different buckets that you need. So it may be some to your own wage, some to a profit account, some to your OPEX account, some to a tax account, and some to a big deal saving account. Now, over the years, obviously I haven't had to invest all the money back into the business, but in the last 2 years, I've taken less of my own money and put it straight back into the business and doubled down in buying better stock, getting this warehouse, all those different things. Really taking that risk and pushing into it. Over the last 5 years, I've probably, I have taken a large chunk of my own capital to put into this. Fortunately, my circumstance prior to coming into this business, I had been working as a project manager, had a couple of investment properties, had an investment portfolio, and had a nice salary. So, at this point, I was pretty cashed up to be able to go into this business and not really having to worry about taking a wage. If you're coming and jumping out of another business hoping to replicate your income straight away, you really got to be careful. I recommend go check out the profit first or bucket system, so that you can start to put money aside as you grow your business. Because right now we've probably over leveraged in some of those areas and we're playing a little bit of catch up. I take that risk because I work very hard to get back to where we need to be, but it's a slippery slope, that's for sure. So really make sure you understand that. I have invested my own capital. I try to avoid that where I need to. I also take less of a pay if I need to, and put that profit back into the business to double down. And that's how we've been able to grow so quickly, in my opinion. But yeah, you definitely have to be careful about that. Something to consider. Really great question. There was a question from Matt Shopping. Congrats, mate. How did you navigate insurance for the warehouse? Do you just insure the cost of stock? So this, I went for an insurance broker. I had to do a set of requirements to actually get the lease on the warehouse. So I just went for a broker. If you are looking for someone, I can refer you just locally here. Really great guy. And yeah, it covers stock, it covers public liability, it covers assets, it covers operations, it covers loss of income, it covers, different types of elements. Some of that I had to do for taking the lease on the walkie stacker as well, also taking the lease on the warehouse, all those different things. So yeah, you meet with a broker, have a conversation, understand what you need to do. Really, really important that you do that. Just think if there was any other questions that came through. No, it looks like that was it, folks. So yeah, great questions.
All right, team, that is a wrap. I'm out of here. We are going. We're going to go get some ice cream, head over to our click and collect, and then we'll go to our appointment, and then we will be back here tomorrow morning. We've got the Whatnot stream tomorrow. I've just been finishing setting up that in the back end. Yeah, happy days. It is hot in here. It's sticky. Been doing still a bit more planning around, how do we step this operation up a little bit. I mean, we're still doing more than ever we've ever done, but I'm always still pushing, how do we do more? Because I don't want to get complacent of like, yeah, this is okay. I mean, look, we're doing a great job, don't get me wrong, but it's more about, I've got to think about, well, how do we then take it to the next level again? Because clearly we have an abundance of stock and I need to solve for that. Anyway, team, I'm out of here. Ciao. Folks, and just like that, it was Friday. Straight back into it. Here we are, end of the week. It's all a bit of a blur, I tell you. Can't believe we're here. So, Friday, today we are doing our Whatnot show. It's not till 5 o'clock, so still got a little bit of time. I'll do a little bit of a shuffle of this stuff, making sure that it's all in the right flow. There'll be some lightweight, heavyweight, medium weight. Dan will be in shortly. Not much going out in terms of post. It's been a bit quiet. I mean, look, there's plenty of orders there, but just not an uptick. We've got 9 orders going out, sitting on 105,000. However, we're starting to sell a lot of this new consignment stuff. Starting to trickle through, which is good to see that picking up. And yeah, very, very excited about that, because obviously we saved quite a lot in cash flow for that. And then there may be an appointment that I need to attend to today, which I'm just waiting to get confirmation. Other than that, it's really just we knuckling down, continue to put in the reps, sorting clothes, getting stuff out, cleaning up a few things over there. I've got to get maybe a couple more things out for the Whatnot show. But really, I do need to do a wholesale order of some clothing, actually, some kids' clothing. I've got to get that done by next week. I've got my laptop guy coming next week again. I need to finish putting this up. So yeah, a few bits and bobs to be done. I need to do some wire cutting. I'll probably do that next week. See if I can get that done and dusted so I can get that picked up before I go away. So we've got lots happening. We also have the boss in here today. She did decide to come in, and here she is in full force.
Good morning.
Proving what's possible. And yeah, so Dan's going to be here in a moment. I'm going to get set up, have some breakfast, have a coffee, and we'll see you in a jiffy. All right, team, this is what we've got going out. It's it ain't much, but it is honest work. Yeah, we've got quite a few. There's a couple of multi-quantity, some low-end stuff. We sold some more super dry stuff as well. Just find it funny. We've been selling quite a few of these bad boys. We got more that I've got to do today, so that's good. And we sold another poster that went for about $9 or so. Other than that, it's been pretty slim pickings. How'd it go for you yesterday?
I had a couple.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they have been tinkering because they did some updates on the website, but I don't know. We charge on. We're going to do the Whatnot tonight and hopefully cash in. That's the idea. All right, team. We've got some donuts. We picked up some cheapies from the shops last night. We've just been pulling out stuff from this new consignment deal. We found a nice Ralph Lauren polo bag, brand new with tags. This one was originally $402, which is just wild. We've got some shoes in here as well. Anyway, so just been pulling that out, just getting these racks back up and full, just so the team's got plenty of stock. As you can see, there's heaps there. And I'm going to actually open up one of these boxes that has bags, shoes and accessories. Prioritize doing some of that just to keep the variety of stock going up. And yeah, I think that's really what I'm going to focus on, because I was meant to have a meeting. It looks like it's not going to go ahead. So, and then I think what I'll do is I'll start sorting this kids' clothing. There wasn't much in there. When Dion was helping sorting, he basically just made a pile, and I just got to go through and see if it meets their criteria for what they buy. All right, let's get into it. All right, team, it's been a little bit. Just been doing a whole bunch of things. We had to step out for a click and collect, and just been getting ready for the Whatnot. Surprise, surprise. Just been setting up this new screen, which actually we're going to see how it goes. This way it'll have all the show notes on here so people can understand at any given time. Pretty cool to be able to give this a shot. We'll see how it goes. If we have to adjust it, we'll do it for next time, but just testing things out as I can. Pretty cool. All right, folks, it is now 4:30, just about to wrap it up before I get into the Whatnot stream. I mean, I'll show you that stuff afterwards, but I'm just going to do the end of week brief now. I found some more shoes in some of these lots as well, so just been going through those. It's actually quite a lot of fun finding all these goodies. So look, this week again, another week of a bit of a blur, simply because everything's just going so quick, and you know, there's been quite a few challenges that we've had. Just again, when I talk about the challenges, just problems to solve, things that we're just thinking about, things that of how do we do things better, quicker, more efficient, which they're all good problems because we have more opportunities. The meeting that I was meant to have today has been pushed out to Monday, so I'll be going there to do some contract signing and reviews, which is exciting, but really don't want that kicking off straight away because, well, you know, we're going to be away, and I don't really want to have to put that pressure on the team, you know, a new thing while we're going away and stuff like that, but we'll see where that plays out. You know, the other thing this week is we've had a couple more things pop up. We've got some more deliveries coming next week, more of the same stuff. One of the new clients that we've picked up, he wants to know if we can do some memorabilia, some more collectibles. I said, hey, yep, perfect time for Christmas, so he's going to send them Monday as well. That's just coming from the city, so we'll get them same day. And then next week's really just making sure everything's ready to rumble while I'm away. Like I said, the team's still going to be working. I'll be doing a little bit of bits and bobs in between where I can.
But really, I mean, going away should be a good time to switch off as well. But this week, look, I haven't really tried to put too much focus and attention on the dollars, knowing that December's already always pretty crazy in terms of it's not consistent. It goes up, it goes down. People are already spent so much, but then people last minute, there's that last minute rush. And the weather's starting to change, so more people are out and about, afternoon, Christmas parties, people spending money. There's just lots of things taking people's attention. Obviously, there's lots of whatnot shows and things happening at this time as well, as more and more people get onto it. So, you know, it's expected that the month's going to be a little bit quieter. We'll run some sales when I go away, but really we're just focusing on getting much up as possible and as quickly as possible to give people the opportunity to buy as much as possible. This week, in financial wise, we're probably going to land it at 6,000-7,000. Whatnot, hopefully we'll do $1,000, but obviously that's not profit, but it'll get some cash flow happening through. We've got not too bad of expenses this month, but yeah, there's still a few. And you know, when we get back next year, February, I mean January I'm back, but in February we have rent price goes up, and there's lots of interesting things like that. So always new challenges, always new things that we're trying to solve for. But I'm really grateful for the consignment work at the moment, because that does help free up cash flow and takes a bit of the pressure off having to wash and bag up and stuff like that. So, but it's just not consistent stock, meaning we don't know what it is till we kind of pull it out and put it on the rack. So, you know, but that's okay. That's okay. Anyway, at this point, I'm just blabbering. I'm gonna go get ready for whatnot. It's 4:34. Pretty tired here actually because of the heat. But I'll take a quick little rest, and then we'll get straight into the whatnot. Probably go for 1 to 2 hours, and then weekend off. Actually, tomorrow I'm picking up a video game lot, so that's exciting. Right in time for Christmas, and next week it's just going to be go. In terms of the month where it lands, look, we're probably projected to do about 30 to 35,000 if we can maintain the uptick. And yeah, happy days, really. If you had any questions, any comments, let me know what you're planning for you know, Christmas time. Are you running any sales? More than happy to continue the conversation. I'm feeling pretty tired at the moment. We'll be back here again next week, and next week will be a bit of a mad rush. So yeah, look, another week done and dusted. We're coming to the end of the year. We're getting it done, and I hope you are too. I'll see you next week. Ciao.
All right, team, all done. Didn't really go as good as I wanted, but I mean, look, we still sold, looks like we sold a total of 86 items. No, let's see. It was a total of 96 items we sold, and we did $522. The good thing is there's 0 fees for December for fashion, so it means more profit for me. But look, a lot of all this from the storage unit that we sold cost me about $215. So, you know, we've doubled our money, which I can't really complain about. But, you know, sometimes you get lots of money, sometimes you get little amount, but people got some really good deals and they'll come back and buy some more. So that's it from me. I'll see you guys next week, and yeah, wrap it up from there. And the boss says,
Ciao.
ciao.